Hey guys, and welcome back to Morgs Menu. So today's video is going to be me showing you how I make my burger bowls. We love burgers, we eat them all of the time, and so I like to, especially when I'm meal prepping for lunches, I like to have kind of a lighter version every once in a while. It's more of a salad and just brings in some more vegetables, but still has that really good burger taste. This recipe would also be really good to make for a quick and easy dinner if you have a family or you're feeding a large group of people, because you really can just kind of build a base of the staple ingredients that you would typically have in a burger, and then just have an array of toppings, and people can add whatever they want. Basically any kind of topping on a burger that you like, you could throw into this kind of bowl salad. So if you're interested in seeing how I put ours together, keep on watching. So the prep for this burger bowl is really simple. I'll go over briefly some of the ingredients that we're going to be cooking, and then I'll kind of show you how we assemble everything with the toppings that we like and everything at the end. So the first step we're actually going to be doing is to kind of create our potato croutons. So to do that, we're going to take some potatoes. I typically either use for 4 servings, 3 small potatoes or 2 large potatoes, and then just dice those up into small cubes. You can make them as big or small as you want. I personally like them a bit smaller because I find that they get crispier. One big step that I would suggest that you don't skip out on if you're cooking these potatoes is to soak them in a little bit of water before you cook them. It really helps them get much crispier, whether you're cooking them in the air fryer or just baking them in the oven. So basically, once I've cut them into the cubes, I throw them in a bowl with some water, kind of rinse it with water, dump that water out, and then fill it up with fresh water and just let that soak anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes, and it really makes a huge difference in making them nice and crispy. Once that time is up, you're going to then pat them dry with a paper towel. Then we're going to add a little bit of avocado oil because I think that works better than olive oil in my air fryer. And then I like to season them with a little bit of seasoning salt. You can add whatever seasonings you want. Once you have everything seasoned up, I personally am going to air fry mine. I air fry them around 390 degrees. It's going to really depend on your air fryer, but the most important thing is just to stop them every 5 or 6 minutes and shake them around, just so if you have too much for just one layer, nothing sticks and everything gets nice and crispy. I typically take about 20 minutes to get them as crispy as I like, but just like I said, keep an eye on them every few minutes or so. Shake them around. It's gonna depend all on how big you cut your cubes, but around 20 minutes should do the trick. Now the second component is going to be whatever meat you're going to be using that we're going to need to prep up. So I personally am just going to be using some extra lean ground beef. You could use ground turkey or really any type of ground meat that you think mimics whatever kind of burger flavoring that you're going with. And then I personally like to add a little bit of onion in with the ground beef as I'm cooking it. I personally like cooked onion way better than raw onion, so you could use raw onion if you prefer that as a topping. And then for seasonings, I'm just going to season it with a little bit of chili powder, onion powder, garlic salt, and pepper. Now I'm sure you guys are pretty familiar with just browning some ground beef, so all you have to do for that is throw it in a pan at medium heat, add in a little bit of olive or avocado oil, about a tablespoon or 2 will do. And then you're basically just going to throw in the onion at the same time, break up that ground beef, and cook it all through until it's completely browned, and then set it aside. The third component that I think makes this dish is the burger sauce. So I've tried this a couple different ways. It's kind of similar to like a fry sauce that you might get. It has a couple different sauce ingredients that you probably already have in your fridge, so that just throws together into a really good kind of sauce and dressing. You can of course switch this up if you don't want this, if you want a little bit thinner of a dressing, but I just again think this really brings it all together and makes you really feel like you're eating a burger versus eating a salad. So the ingredients on the burger bowl sauce are going to be 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of yellow mustard. If you don't like mustard, you really can't taste it in here, but you could also use honey mustard and that would be very good. You also want to season this with a little bit of chili powder. And then the last thing you're going to want is a tablespoon of pickle juice. Now, I don't know if you guys ever have seen these pickles before, but they are absolutely delicious. I really love them. So I'm going to use the pickle juice from here. Use whatever pickle juice you have, but just wanted to note that these are delicious. If you guys love pickles, try these out. Now, the last thing you need to do for this is then assemble it. So the reason that I did all of the warm stuff first is because I wanted to show you how easy this is kind of to do for a meal prep. So for instance, what we typically do is cook all of this stuff, put it in separate containers in the fridge, and then pull it out and just heat up the stuff that needs to be warmed when we make it, and then just arrange the salad with the toppings that we like. If, for instance, you are meal prepping this to take it to go, take it with you to the office, you could prep everything ahead of time as well. We've also done that, where I just basically take a little Ziploc baggie, put the lettuce in there. When I arrange all of the warm ingredients, I just put it in a big like salad bowl. Just put that in the bottom, heat that up, and then just add in the toppings that are in another either small container or in a Ziploc baggie, and then just kind of dump everything in the big container that you brought for the warm ingredients. Now, as I mentioned, once you start arranging this, it can really be personalized to what you want. So we're going to be using this salad mixture here that I got from Trader Joe's. We've also used spring mix. You could use romaine, iceberg, really whatever type of lettuce you want will work perfectly fine. And then the two toppings we add to this, because I add the onion in with the meat when I'm cooking it, is just a little bit of shredded cheese and some dill pickle chips. I highly recommend, if you like the pickles, to add those in. I personally add way too many just because I really like having almost a pickle for every bite. It really just adds, again, to the flavor of everything combining together. You could also add tomato if you wanted to do this. Any type of toppings that you want to add from here is really kind of all personal preference. Alright, and now that everything is arranged, here's this pretty plate and bowl here. So we have our salad layer on the bottom, then with our cooked meat and onion on there, then our potato croutons, our sauce, and then the last toppings of the dill pickle chips and cheese. I'll have all the details of everything that I use down below, but if you have any further questions, feel free to leave those in comments down below. If you're new to my channel, make sure you go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I actually showed a sneak peek of this a couple of weeks ago on there and had everyone vote on if they wanted to see this video. So make sure you follow me there for more interactive content throughout the week and for any type of channel or video update. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I post on Wednesdays and Sundays. Thanks again for watching Morgs Menu, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.